tuning in to Real Talk with Tamara. On today's show, I have Lasha Green on the phone. Lasha called in to speak about her mother, Maxine Green. Maxine went missing. How long has she been missing, Lasha?
She's been missing for approximately 2 years now.
Okay, what date was it that she went missing?
She was reported missing August 23rd, 2013, but the last confirmed sighting that we have confirmed that she was last seen the weekend September 6th through the 8th of September 2013.
Okay, so it's been 2 years.
Yes.
And your mother, she's never gone missing this long, right?
Right, correct. She's never, she would have never, ever disappeared this long, ever. This is so unusual, and, she's most definitely missing.
Okay, and you feel like she's missing under suspicious circumstances?
Correct. The way that this case,
Lasha, kind of speak up a little bit.
Okay. Most definitely under suspicious circumstances. The way that this case has came about, started the very first, filing of missing persons starts for Maxine Green. The family and, her loved ones, close friends and whatnot, no one knew anything about that or missing persons was filed. And so we didn't get information about that until maybe almost 3.5 weeks later after the case was filed. And, the Grand Rapids Police Department, they never came forward to the media to ask anyone did they know, this lady, or at least put it out there that this woman was missing. Maxine Green was missing. There was no silver alert issued. She was 61 at the time of her disappearance. And from the information that we got from, the streets the neighborhoods and stuff where she would normally hang out and be around, and that, everyone, a lot of people were saying she was hanging out with some guy for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and everyone kept saying they haven't seen her within those last 2 to 3 weeks once we started doing foot searches and, asking questions and stuff. And so, this case is it's definitely suspicious. She would have never had she would have never disappeared without letting her family or her kids or anyone know anything. And she loved to hang out and party. That was her lifestyle. She was a partier, and she was older, but she didn't. It didn't stop her. She liked to hang out, and she was also 30 years prior to her disappearance, she was diagnosed with being paranoid schizophrenia, and then she mixed that with alcohol and drugs and stuff, and so she would find herself in situations where possibly she's getting into fights with people or verbal arguments and stuff like that, where she ended up living in an adult supportive housing property. And so it came to that point where she, had to live under certain guidelines because of her mental health, because she, really couldn't get along with others when she was, under the influence or whatnot. And, and so it's something, the theory that we have as a family that someone, whoever, she was hanging out with for those few weeks that she was reported missing from the adult the supportive housing, that, something tragic may have happened to her. We don't have, concrete evidence as of right now.
Now, that's supportive housing that she was living at. How long has she been living there?
She was there for maybe 6 to 7 months. She wasn't there for a full year before she went missing. And when she moved there, prior to her moving there, she was living in a similar property. And she was at that place for almost like 3 years or whatnot. And so that kind of took time for the worse, where she had to find different housing. So she found different housing on a different side of town in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the northwest side of town. And when she moved over there, family, we really never really got a chance to go, over to check the place out, because she would she could come and go as she pleased. So her routine never changed. Like, she will always, like, daytime she would get up, she would catch the city bus into town and hang out downtown with her friends, and people, she liked to be out. She liked to be out and about. She loved it. That was her routine, and so when she would come in town, that's when we, as far as her kids or my cousins, her nieces, nephews, stuff like that, people would see her out and about all the time, every day, it was like a routine for her. And so we never got the chance to pay that place a visit, her last residence. And so she didn't put no family down as far as emergencies or stuff like that, I'm assuming, because once they filed the missing report, actually they say that she never returned to the adult foster place. The last time she was there was on August 17th of 2013. But they said they waited a few days because she would normally drink or whatnot and hang out and wouldn't come home for 2 days anyhow. So that particular time, when she did not return on August 17th, 2013, they waited until August 23rd, 2013, and filed a complaint as far as a missing complaint with the Grand Rapids Police Department.
Okay.
When they issued that complaint, that Grand Rapids Police Department, they practically sat on it, because the media they never contacted the media. They never issued a silver alert or anything regarding this woman that's mentally unstable, and she was practically alcoholic also, and she was in danger. She's always been kind of put herself in danger because how the way her lifestyle was. Her, and the Grand Police Department was well aware of Maxine Green, because she was constantly, in and out for petty, drunk and, being drunk out in public and just stuff like that, where they'd take her and let her sober up and release her the next day. So everyone was well aware of her. The streets knew her. A lot of people knew Maxine Green. So once we found out that a missing person case was filed against my mom, it was like the end of September, like September 23rd, 2013, or September 24th, somewhere around that time. And when me personally, I realized that nobody, the communities, nobody even heard of her being missing. The first step I took was to contact the media. I contacted Fox 17 up here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I contacted News 8. And Fox 17 immediately set up interview to get it out in the public eye. So we immediately were putting out flyers for this missing for her, and we, started foot searches, went throughout the whole northwest side of town, southeast side of town, and both sides of town, and we, asked questions and talked to people and whatnot, and everyone kept saying that they have not seen Maxine within 2 to 3 weeks. And then 2 to 3 weeks took us back on the calendar to September 6th through the 8th. It was a confirmed sighting. So a lady friend of mine that I went to grade school with, she came forward when everyone now that the public know that she's missing, once we contacted media, she came forward and said that her sister saw Maxine Green at B&B party shops on Leonard Northwest. And it was in the daytime, like around 4 o'clock-ish, September 6th. And Maxine was buying something to drink. She was in good spirits. She gave her a hug. They spoke. We all, my mom knew the girl and her sister through me from when we was younger. And so she mentioned my name and, stuff like that. Then she went on her way. But that was the last confirmed sighting that anyone have ever seen her.
Wow.
September 6th through the 8th of 2013. And a lot of people, on the streets kept saying that she was hanging out with some guy, some short, stocky built guy, dark, with a goatee. His name is Al, and he's quote unquote from Detroit, Michigan. That's the only kind of description that myself and a few others that were doing footwork, that's the description that we kept receiving throughout these whole 2 years. And we have never been able to contact or locate this person.
Okay, and those persons, no, I was saying those persons that claim to have seen her or saw her with this man named Al, around what time range did they see her with him?
They said it was like during the month of August 2013, the month of July 2013, and partial of partial of September 2013. She was hanging out. She met someone on that side of town, and the guy supposedly named was Al. She was hanging out with him, partying with him, and it came to the point where she was maybe moved in, living wherever he was living at, because she never returned back to the Shepherds of Independence, which is the supportive housing. She never returned back there on August 17th. She never picked up any more of her disability funds or none of that. So
it's like she just disappeared. It's like she just disappeared off of the earth.
Pardon me?
I said, so it's like she just disappeared. She didn't pick up any of her funds, nothing.
She did not pick up any of her funds in August or September. No, she didn't. But the streets, as far as the stores, different stores, T-Mobile stores, the Douglas Food Pantry, the Family Pantry, which is a party store, B&B Party Shop, there's so many different people constantly said that they saw this woman. We were showing flyers. We saw her, but it kept taking us back to that weekend of September 6th through the 8th, because they kept saying it was 2.5 to 3 weeks ago. And that's, we started to search at the end of September 2013. That's when we found out that she was reported missing. But when she first reported missing from the Shepherds of Independence, she was hanging out in that area with someone, partying and, just hanging out. And the family didn't know. We didn't know what was going on.
Right. So was the housing that she was living in, why do you feel like they didn't reach out to you all after they filed the missing persons report?
When we asked that question, their response was because Maxine did not have any family on file. The only person she had on file was her recovery coach. She had a recovery coach. And through her recovery coach is how the family ended up finding out that she was missing, because one of my older brothers ended up running into the recovery coach. And the recovery coach, she asked him, "Did you hear that it was the missing report filed on your mom?" And he didn't know what was going on, so he immediately went downtown to the Grand Rapids Police Department, and that's when it was first confirmed through Grand Rapids Police Department to my brother that, yeah, Maxine Green has been reported missing. But by this time, it was already 3 weeks. We were 3 weeks behind. The family was practically playing catch up to find her and to find out where she is, what's going on, what happened, who's seen her, who was she with. There was so many questions. And I say maybe 2 to 3 weeks into this case, private investigator contacted me. And so her and I, she and I, I'm sorry, we have worked on this case for the past 2 years, and just recently it kind of, went to a standstill because it was just so much that we was trying to figure out and find her, and and figure out where the hangouts at, because there was people calling in with different tips. Well, yeah, we saw Maxine here the beginning of September. We saw her here. Or, she was at this house, and then that house was a drug house. And so it was just so much stuff. And tips that every tip it just ended up at a dead end. Some guy was going around telling people to take down the flyers. He taking down flyers and saying that the family found Maxine Green. You guys can take these flyers down.
And what guy was that? Do you all have any idea who was that? Who was doing that?
Pardon me?
Do you all have any idea what person that was saying that?
The only description that we constantly kept getting through over the last 2 years is some short, dark, stocky guy, which matched the same description as the short, stocky guy that she was hanging out with.
Okay.
We have no idea. We tried to get this person on camera footage. We went inside of a chicken coop, a chicken restaurant place, and it was a flyer back in I want to say November, December 2013. They had a flyer up of my mom in there. They said a guy came in and ordered some chicken, and he sent the flyer, and he said the family found Maxine, and as he was saying it, he was reaching at the flyer, and he said, so you guys could take it down, but he took it down himself. And so when I, got wind of that, and I contacted the detective contacted Chicken Coop, we tried to get video footage of who this person is, but so happened it was a few months past, and so the footage did not go back that far, but not just that location, but other locations where flyers have been put up, been snatched down, you could just tell it's been snatched down and torn out because it's pieces of the flyers still left on the pole, or something. Someone just don't want, this to be out there. It's someone is hiding something. And it's very creepy. It's a very, very creepy situation that I've been in for the past 2 years, and it came to the point where, I was scared for my family because for my immediate family, as far as my kids and stuff like that, because, while we're out passing out flyers, asking questions, putting our numbers, telephone numbers on flyers, and, scraping up bits and pieces to try to put together a report for someone to come forward and stuff like that. I didn't, it came to a point where I was having, fear for my life. I didn't want no one to do nothing to me because I'm trying to find my mom. So it got really, 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 really stressful, and to the point where just recently, I felt the past 2 months, we kind of, just set it to a side for a second. I mean, because I needed to breathe, really breathe. But, now I have, over the past years, I've been putting together, candlelit visuals and, stuff like that. And we the family put together a GoFundMe account slash help bring Maxine Green home, just to help the family out with reward, for any type of information that could lead us to her or that could lead us to the recovery of her. And I have a visual schedule, a candlelit visual schedule for October 10th coming up. Just to kind of keep putting the, get the community together and keep continuing to put prayers out in the community and bring, put the energy out and hopefully we'll receive some type of energy back. And so, some type of good energy back because I'm practically baffled, at the whole situation. Maxine Green is the sister of soul singer Al Green. They got the same mom, same dad, and she has other brothers and sisters also. But earlier on, as she taught her alcoholism and stuff, and her mental state kind of degraded, took a turn for the worse. Her brothers and sisters practically abandoned.
Right.
Just abandoned her. And
Okay.
Everyone moved out of state, out of the city. They didn't want to have any more parts with Maxine. So since she's been missing, the only people, as far as support that, as far as her kids have, it's just each other. It kind of brought us closer together.
So you all just have each other. Lasha, I'm going to stop you right there so that we can take a quick break, okay?
Okay.
And we'll be right back.
Okay.